All right, team, how you doing? I just thought I'd make this video, show you guys how to enter and exit a trade for a call or a put. Okay, so a lot of folks don't understand how to enter and exit. What has given me some success is what I'm about to show you guys. So I have SPY here. So SPY is on a trend up here on this chart. Okay, and one of the things that I do, which I'm going to suggest you do, is if I notice SPY is on the way up, okay, and you can see here it's got a good trend going up, I focus on the red candles if I want to buy a call, and I'm going to mark the support area for SPY. And one of the things I've done here on TradingView, you can see if I click on my settings for the trend line, I can load up some text, and then I can save as, which I've already done, and I'll add my support template. Okay, then you can keep watching it and you say, okay, this thing is headed up. Okay, now you're gonna mark the next support. That's your next support, and then you'll do the next one. So how do you know which one is the true support? I'll show you in a second. You can tell support really quickly by seeing that the trend went up and then it went down. Okay, so we'll just, for this exercise, I'm going to mark this one as the resistance, and then it came down. You see the red candles, then it went up, and then it came back down here, and then it continued to rally up to the next point. Okay, so one other feature you can do if you want to tell where the actual resistance is at is just turn on your Heikin-Ashi. Okay, your Heikin-Ashi is going to say red, green, red, green, red, green. So I'm going to leave these on just to show you guys how easy this is. Okay, so now you understand how to mark your support. Okay, now the next part is I need to learn how to mark my resistance. Okay, same thing. I have a template already created, so I'll just mark resistance. It stands out really good, and I know right in here SPY had some resistance and then it went back down. Okay, so what am I going to do here? So what I do is, now I know that I have some resistance here. Okay, but here's the previous support. So if I know we went up and then we came back down, all right, this is going to be a good entry point for me if I'm scalping SPY for the day. Okay, so you guys got to understand, you have to practice this. Do it on paper trading. Don't do it with your own money. It's not going to go well, because a lot of things are going to come up and you're going to say, oh God, what do I do now? Or what button do I press? Or what's next? So this is my entry point. Okay, and then I see I had resistance up here, and as soon as I see my red candles, it's a good time to get out of the trade. Okay, now how do you get in a trade? So practice paper trading. I'm going to show you how. You come over to TradingView, and I can just say, okay, I'm going to buy some calls. Okay, and I already marked off my support lines here. Here's where I started watching it. It came up. It came back down. I'm going to enter the trade here. Now, it actually bounced around 373.57. So I'm going to enter the trade. I want to make sure it's still going up. So I'm going to say 373.77. I'm going to give it 20 cents, okay, to let it move up. And then once I see that, I'm going to take profits, okay, right up in this area here, okay. Because we know we have resistance here. And how do we know you have resistance here? Well, let me mark the order, and I'm going to show you how you know if you had resistance there or that it's coming. Okay, so our resistance is at 375.21. I don't want to wait till then to take profit, so I'm just going to say 375.01. Okay, and I want to do a stop loss. I already know I'm entering at 373.77, and this is automatically marking you off 20 ticks, which is 20 cents. Okay, a tick means a penny in the stock market. So 20 ticks here. So let's say it did go back and it hit support. Support is at 373.58. Okay. And I'll say, okay, if it goes past that, let's just say 50. Okay. 7 ticks, 7 pennies. Then stop me there. Okay. Excuse me. So now my orders are set. You can see them over in the right hand side of the chart, and I'm ready to go. Okay. Now, how do I know to stop up here if it started trading? Okay. Great question to ask yourself. Where do I know that the resistance is at? Okay. And that's very simple. If you scroll on your chart and go into the past, you'll start seeing some of the old resistance. Now, on the 1 minute, okay, you can see that this resistance line, okay, there's no real resistance there, okay, and I'm going to extend that so you can see how I do it. All right, so I don't see anything here, okay, so then I'm going to move over to the 5-minute chart, okay, and then I'm going to move over to the 10-minute chart, and now I see, whoa, hold on, let me turn off my Hakinashi. Let's go back to the 1 minute. Sorry about that. So on the 1 minute, okay, you can see that we had some resistance right in this area here. All right. So then let me just lower this because this is previous resistance. And then I'll go back to my trade. Okay. And this is why I like double checking the past to see where you have your resistance levels. Okay. Because if I'm entering the trade right in here, I want to know where the previous resistance levels is at, and it's here. So then instead of taking profits up here like we thought, okay, just based off today's, but I'm going to base it off the past, and that's a real resistance level that could happen. It might not happen depending on how many orders are there, okay? So now I'm going to change my take profit. I'm going to come over and look at this line. It says 374.89. So instead of 374.89, I'm going to take it a little early and let's do 69. Okay. Now I'm ready to go. Now I don't have to worry about anything. I'll set my order. It's ready to go. We're going to buy here. If it pulls back, I got my stop loss. But if it plays out based off the past, then I know we're going to run up. Okay. Now, one of the things you can do is if you do like what I just had on is the Heikin-Ashi, you can see the trend. So I know if I'm buying a call, okay, potentially, and this is only for experienced traders, so the more you practice, the more experience you're going to have. So here's what I would do, okay, on the Heikin-Ashi, I would take this resistance line and I would draw it here. Okay, you can see there was resistance, and then you have the next resistance line right up here. Okay, so now I would tell myself, okay, hey, this is going to be a good play, and you can see this big window here. Okay, so now if we go past this point, then I'm going to enter my order. So instead of this, which you can do during the day, but if you want to look in the past and say, okay, let me go, you know, a few hours, a few days, and see what's been going on with SPY, then I can enter the trade earlier, and then I feel good about taking profits up here. So now I can change my order if I wanted to. But if you didn't look at the past, or you're having problems identifying it, then you got to use this method here where it's support, it bounce again, support. It's a good time for me to get in, okay? But drawing your resistance lines and your support lines is going to be very important for you to learn how to make money in this market. Now, this works on other levels too, like 1 hour, 4 hour, daily. I'll show you guys how to do it in a separate video. But if you like this video, do me a favor, click thumbs up on it and share it with folks, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out when you subscribe to the channel. But this is the way I would do it instead of other ways. And people, you know, I see people out there, they're calling out numbers. They're like, hey, buy a call if it goes over this. Hey, buy a put. I'd rather you learn how to do this for yourself, so then you know, hey, I'm going to set my order here, okay? and I'm taking profit. So I'm gonna stretch this out. This is what I love about TradingView. I don't have to do this here, okay, where I go back in and I edit the order. If I saw this during the day and I said, oh, wait a minute, uh, I'm going to set my stop loss right under here, okay, and then you click modify, you're done. Then I'm gonna change my buy limit lower here. You just drag and click OK, and then I'm gonna take profit right around here. I'm not gonna go past this. I'm gonna go under the red line, okay, and then I'm good. I can just relax. I'm done. Okay, this works, but you have to follow your rules. Okay, you have to create these rules. You have to draw your resistance line. You have to draw your support. So again, if you need help, come join us in the bull ring. I'm gonna leave you guys a link below. And if you liked it, again, please do me a favor, subscribe, hit the like button, and share this with anyone on your team or your family. And until the next time, hope you have a green day.